Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Today I'm gonna present you the topic that is Introduction to Loops. What are loops and how to use loops in programming languages. So firstly we'll discuss the outline of our topic, that is introduction, types of loops, for loop, while loop, do while loop, nested loop, and at the last we will discuss the summary of the whole topic. So what is basically a loop? Loop is also called repetition structure. A repetition structure allows the programmer to specify that an action is to be repeated while some condition remains true. So the loop or group of loops to be repeated is called the body of the loop. There must be a means of existing the loop. So the loop structure, control of loop, ICU, basically called I for initialization, C for conditions for termination, continuing, and U for updating the condition. So the loop types are for loop, while loop, do while loop, and nested loop. What is for loop and why it is used for? For loop, basically for statement execute the body of a loop for a fixed number of times. When you know the number of times, the number of terms, then you will use for loop. So here you can see the syntax of for loop, that is for, initialization, init, condition, the condition to be repeated for a fixed number of times, and at the end increment. So next we will have action or body of the loop. For example, int I is equal to 0, I is less than 3, I plus plus. I is starting from 0, the initial value of I is 0, I, and the for loop will be repeated until I remains less than 3 and incremented by 1. I plus plus mean incremented by 1. So simply cout I is I. Executed once at the beginning of the for statements and execution. For int, for expressions true or false. This is the flowchart of for loop. You can see input, condition. If the for loop is true, then the action will be executed. If the for loop is false, then the loop will be terminated directly. After the action has been completed, the post expression is evaluated. For example, post expressions mean if this condition becomes true, the action will be executed and the post expression will again checks the loop, again checks the condition. If the condition again become true, then the loop will still continue execution. It will again and again checks the condition until the condition remains true. When the condition becomes false, the for loop will be terminated directly. Okay. Next we have example. Program to calculate the sum of odd numbers from 1 to 10 and then print the sum on screen. Main function int number sum is initialized as 0, for loop is using, and the for loop will execute until and unless the n will remain less than or equal than 10 and n plus 2. So sum is equal to sum plus n, cout simply n, and cout sum is sum. We are again using the variable sum, which will display the sum of the numbers from 0 to 10. Get sketch n. The next example is write program to calculate and print the factorial of a number. Main function similarly initializing and declaring the variables, assigning values, enter any number, using using for loop for fact multiply with k. So factorial of n is fact. We have used the variable fact for the factorial of any number. The next example is Write a program to find a table of any number up to 10 digits. We are finding a table of any number up to 10 digits. For this, we are using the main function, then initialize and declare the variables. Cout, simply enter any number using a for loop. For loop will be executed until the k remains less or equal than 10. K is incremented by 1. So table is, as we know that the table of any number up to 10 digits, if k is initialized as 1, k will be incremented by 1 till 10. So the table will continue till 10, and we are multiplying the n that is already declared in the main functions. So n is any number. If you want to write a table of 2, then n will be 2. It is a by choice number. You can enter any number of your choice. For example, you want to write a table of 5, you will enter 5. You want a table of 2, you will enter 2. Then this number n will be multiplied with the k until and unless the k remains less than or equal than 10, because we have to write the table up to 10 digits. Okay, so cout n multiply k is equal to table. So it will simply display the table of the number of your own choice. Next we have a program. You have to try it yourself. Write a program that displays the sum of the following series using for loop. Now you know how to use for loop. You have to initialize, you have to write the condition, and then you have to add update or incremental value. So you can use this program, you can write this program using a for loop. Write a program that finds the sum of the square of the integers from 1 to n, where n is a positive value entered by the user. Entered by the user means of your own choice, which number you wanna enter. Next we have while loop. A while loop statement repeatedly executes a target statement as long as a given condition is true. In for loop, the number of terms is already known, then we are using for loop. In while loop statements, is repeatedly executed a target statement as long as the given condition is true. For example, here is a flowchart of while loop. Expression is evaluated as the start of the iteration of the loop. So if the expression is true, action is executed. The expression written in this conditional block is true, then the action will be executed, and then again the loop will continue, repeatedly checks and execute this action, repeatedly checks and executed this action until the condition remains true for this loop. When the conditions remains not true and become false, then the loop will be terminated directly and no action will be executed further. Next we are going to have a look on a syntax of the while loop. How to write a while loop. While, you will use the variable while. This while is a reserved word for the while loop, that you cannot change this word. So you'll write while condition and the statement or body of the loop. For example, initialize I is equal to 0 while I is less than or equal to 10. I is starting from 0 and the program will execute and use this value of I until unless it will remain less than 10 or equal than 10. Simply cout I and I plus plus. I will be incremented by 1, incremented by 1, incremented by 1 until it become equal than 10. Next we have write a program that display counting from 1 to 10 and using while loop. Simply write a main function, initialize, use while condition until the n remains less than or equal than 10. Cout n plus plus n is increment. Next we have write a program that displays the first 5 numbers with their squares using while loop. You have to write a program using a while loop that will display this output first 5 numbers and the square of these 5 numbers. 2, 4, 3, 9, it is the square of the numbers. So you have to write a program like this. Have a look. Main function initialization using a while loop. And the next example is write a program to find a table of 2 up to 10 digits. We have already discussed a program using for loop in the previous slide to write a table from 1 to 10, from 0 to 10 of any number. Now we have to write a program to find a table of 2 up to 10 digits using while loop. Okay, first we have written a program like this using a for loop. Now we'll look that how to use while loop for writing the table of 2. So enter any number while k remains less than or equal than 10. K is initialized as 1. The table will be started from 1. For example, 2 is for 2 will be 2 multiplied by k. You will enter any number or you will enter 2. So 2 multiplied by k, 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4 up to 10. So you will get the table of 2 using while loop. Next we have write a program that display the sum of the following series up using loop. So initialization float while k remains less than or equal than 100, sum is equal to sum plus 1.0 divided by k. K is actually k plus 2. Sum of the series will like this. It was all about today's lecture, that we have learned loops, how to write loops, how to use loops, why we use loops. Loops are used for repetition of a repetitive structures, and we use loops for writing programs. Loops helps a lot for again and again checking the condition. We use for loop when we know the exact number of terms. We use while loop for further operations, and we uses do while loop and so on. So I want you guys to write a summary in the comments below that what you have learned from this lecture. I'll meet you in the next lecture. Till then, take care. Allah Hafiz.